I have sent 5 letters previously asking for President Biden to submit to a cognitive test, very similar to the one that President Trump got while he was president. And all 5 of those letters have gone completely ignored. So tomorrow I'm sending a letter to President Biden, to his physician, Dr. O'Connor, and I'm CCing his entire cabinet. And it's embarrassing that I have to do this, and it's really embarrassing as a former White House physician to have to do something like this, but we don't have any choice. Demanding on behalf of many millions of concerned Americans right now that he submit to a drug test before and after this debate, specifically looking for performance-enhancing drugs. In his State of the Union address, that there was a Joe Biden that came out that was not similar at all to what we see on a day-to-day basis for the last 3.5 years. And there's just really no way to explain that other than he was on something, that they'd given him medication for a full week before the debate. Part of that is probably experimenting with, just getting the doses just right, because, they have to treat his cognition. They have to give him something to help him think straighter. They have to give him something to wake him up, for his alertness.
This thing will degenerate very quickly. I think both of these guys would like a knockout blow. They're not going to go the whole 15 rounds. They're going to just go at each other. And I think Trump, of course, who is unfettered and unrestrained, will say what he wants. And President Biden, who doesn't have his minders there, will have to go do by himself. And of course, you've seen President Biden from time to time just drift. If he goes catatonic on that screen for 10 seconds, that will be the end of his presidential run. I mean, the Democratic Party will dump him on by Friday afternoon. So look, it's going to be a lot of fun, and American people will be watching. Now, we are told that that small percentage of Americans who will make up the difference in the polls will be taking much away from this. But I want your audience to understand that if an election sometimes is too close to call, doesn't mean it can't be a landslide or a breakaway. In 1980, Reagan and Carter were a toss-up on the night of the election. And next morning, I think Reagan had about 48 states. He slaughtered Carter. I mean, sometimes when it's too close to call, it just means that when it breaks at the last minute, you don't know which way it's going to go. So yeah. I think Biden was crazy to give Trump this opportunity, and Trump was smart as hell to